A very good evening to you. Many thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast here on KUTV Primetime News. We begin with the highlights.
Two killed in severe road accident in Mlolongo, Nairobi County. President Ruto cements his broad-based government initiative, affirming that it's the only way to unite in Kenya. Kenya commemorates 60 years of diplomatic success, enduring legacy in peacekeeping globally. And judicial experts advise that the boy child and girl child be empowered in the same proportion in order to end femicide.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Anyango, Sylvia.
That's right, and our sign language interpreter tonight is Sami Okelo. Remember, this broadcast is also coming to you live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya, and you can engage with us on X. Send us your feedback at KUTV_Kenya at Anyango Sylvia KE. We begin. Two people have died after a Tata tipper lorry struck a motorbike, killing a boda rider and his passenger today morning in Mlolongo, Nairobi County. Witnesses claim that the vehicle struck the motorbike from behind and killed the two instantly, while the boda rider was transporting a female passenger from Mlolongo town. The lorry is said to have been headed towards nearby quarry sites to collect materials from the when the tragic accident occurred. According to Athi River East Sub-County Police Commander Anderson Mbai, the incident occurred at around 6 a.m. earlier today. Immediately after the accident, boda riders jumped into action and set fire the truck, causing its driver to flee. Following a report to the nearby police station, officers arrived at the scene and dispersed the protesters, reclaiming the crime scene. Shift gears to politics, where President William Ruto has reiterated his call for unity, urging all Kenyans to avoid conflict, hatred, divisions, and tribalism. Speaking during his development tour in Wundanyi, Taita Taveta County, the head of state yet again contradicted his stance from last year's, where he made it clear that he would not welcome any handshake from the opposition.
Ati wanataka kutulazimisha ati tuwagawie serikali. Mimi nataka niwaulize jameni, mnataka tena serikali ile ya handshake ya kusumbuana na ukora na ujinga?
At least 1 year after President William Ruto publicly stated that he would not allow any handshake with the opposition party, the head of state now seems to be flowing in a complete U-turn from his then stance, as he yet again reiterated his support for the broad-based government.
Mimi nimesema tuunganishe hata serikali. Si sasa tuko na serikali ya broad-based. Nimesema hata wale walikuwa upinzani wakuje tufanye kazi pamoja. Kwa sababu Kenya hii ni Kenya moja, ama mnasemaje?
Sisi kule kwetu tumeamua ya kwamba tunafanya kazi na Mheshimiwa Rais, tunamuunga mkono kwa njia yoyote. Leo, kesho na milele.
Sisi sote tuko ndani ya serikali. Sisi sote tumuunge mkono rais wetu katika kuijumuisha na kuhakikisha Kenya inaongea na sauti moja.
Speaking during his development tour at Wundanyi in Taita Taveta County, President Ruto cautioned citizens of divisive politics as he reiterated his call for unity.
Na waomba tuungane jameni, tuwe kitu kimoja. Tuache ugomvi, tuache chuki, tuache migawanyiko, tuachane na ukabila. Tuungane, sisi wote ni ndugu moja wa taifa moja la Kenya.
Additionally, the head of state sharply criticized those who continue to incite tribalism, remarks that were echoed by Minority Leader Junet Mohamed, who openly mocked the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua following his impeachment that saw him kicked out of the government.
Wale wote wanaabudu sanamu ya ukabila, tutawachana na wao. Sisi wote ni ndugu moja jameni. We are one people, one nation with a common destiny. The people of Kenya.
Hatuwezi kubali kufungiwa nje, kwa sababu sisi pia ni walipa ushuru kama wengine. Lazima tupate haki yetu. Sasa mtu anakuja hapa anasema, oh, shareholders, nyinyi hawezi kuwa hapa. Si tulinyorosha simuliona vile tulinyorosha
Tendawili. Muliona juzi mtu mwingine anabweka kule. Anabweka teo. Timeweka mitego. Nimeweka mitego kila mahali. Hawezi kupenya. Hawezi kuingia mahali yote. Tumeona hiyo jamaa. Kachagua. Alikuwa kule kwa State House. Aliambia baba mtego. Ati hakuna mambo ya handshake. Hakuna mambo ya nusumukati. Ako wapi sasa Kachagua?
While the broad-based government continues to receive applause from those inside the government, those excluded, including Rigathi Gachagua, continue to face sharp criticism, with the main question remaining: will the broad-based government address the needs of the people, or will things remain just as they were? James Baraka for KUTV.
The political intolerance in Kenya that resulted in the disruption of a funeral that former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was attending in Limuru has been denounced by the Anglican Church of Kenya. SCKDN Bishop Moses Masamba urged the government to clamp down those responsible for the Limuru violence, stating that failure to do so will set a negative precedent. Professor Masamba, who is also the diocesan Bishop of Mbere, advised the president and other government officials to pay attention to the people, stating that it's only prudent for the leader to learn about the problems that the people are facing when they voice their complaints.
Tumesema rekodem hiyo mambo ya kupigania makelele, ile ingine tuliona Limuru watu wanaruhusiana vitu, wanaharibu mazishi, hiyo maneno kama hiyo rekodem.
So when we see what's happening in the nation, every Kenyan is worried, sincerely speaking. The Constitution 2010 envisaged a society where every Kenyan will be free to express what they feel without infringing on the rights of others.
At the same time, President William Ruto has highlighted key initiatives aimed at transforming healthcare and manufacturing sector during the flagging off of the Rerek Paranga electrification project in Wundanyi, Taita Taveta County. From affordable housing to healthcare through social health authority insurance to boosting local manufacturing in the iron and steel industry, these plans are set to shape the future of the nation.
During the flagging off of the Rerek Paranga electrification project in Wundanyi, Taita Taveta County, President William Ruto urged residents to register for the Social Health Authority insurance. This initiative, the president emphasized, is designed to provide healthcare coverage for all Kenyans, regardless of employment status or financial ability.
Hatutaki tena mambo ya afya iwe ni ya wale watu wako na kazi, wale watu wako na uwezo. Tunataka kila Mkenya ambaye anaishi taifa letu tuwe na mpango yake ya kuhakikisha akiwa mgonjwa anaenda hospitalini, anatibiwa na bima ya afya inalipa malipo ya matibabu ya kila Mkenya.
SHA insurance, according to the president, will not only alleviate the burden of medical expenses, but also assist the government in optimizing healthcare resource allocation. He noted that registration will enable the government to deploy sufficient doctors, equipments, and medicines to hospitals.
Alafu kuanzia hapo, kazi ile imebaki, mimi na governor na hawa wabunge tunapanga mambo yako ya afya. Tunajua hospitali fulani iko na wananchi kiasi fulani, tafuta wauguzi kiasi fulani. Hospitali fulani kuna wananchi kiasi fulani, panga dawa kiasi fulani. Hospitali fulani ama zahanati fulani iko na wananchi kiasi fulani, panga equipment ya kutoshana na wananchi wa pale.
President Ruto also highlighted his administration's commitment to resolving healthcare challenges, announcing that the national government had disbursed 60 billion shillings to county governments. As part of this effort, he urged counties to allocate 2 billion shillings towards settling the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority KEMSA debt.
County governments, kwa sababu tumewalipa bilioni 60 juzi. County governments watusaidie na bilioni 2 walipe madeni ya KEMSA. Wakilipa madeni ya KEMSA, mimi nitawaongezea bilioni 1.5 ndio madawa ipatikane kwenye mahospitali.
On the economic front, the president emphasized the potentials of Kenya's iron ore resources, calling for increased efforts in local metal manufacturing. He highlighted the need to reduce the reliance on imported metals and encouraged Kenyans to explore opportunities in industrial production.
Chuma, tuko na mawe ya kutosha ya kutengeneza chuma hapa Kenya. Tumekuwa tukitoa iron ore hapa na tunauza katika nchi za nje badala ya kutengeneza chuma hapa nyumbani. Wale wanaenda wanatengeneza chuma, wanakuja wanatuuzia. Sasa nimekataa hiyo maneno. Kesho tunaanzisha kiwanda ya kutengeneza chuma.
The electrification project, coupled with the SHA initiative, represents a broader strategy to uplift the livelihoods of Kenyans and reinforce the country's healthcare infrastructure. Brenda Nyongesa, KUTV.
As Kenya celebrates 60 years of diplomacy, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who doubles up as Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary, highlighted the country's solidified leadership in regional integration. Mudavadi emphasized the government's commitment to job creation through advancing economic and commercial diplomacy set to focusing on technology, agriculture and tourism.
The Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, steered by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, today commemorated 60 years of Kenya's diplomatic success. Musalia stating that the celebration highlights Kenya's enduring legacy in peacekeeping, reiterating that Kenya has remained steadfast in advocating for global unity.
The presence here today is testament to your appreciation of the role of diplomacy in shaping our nation's destiny and our daily lives. Looking back into our diplomatic history, we see a journey marked by resilience, foresight, and unity of purpose.
As a result of Kenya's solidified leadership in regional integration, Musalia Mudavadi highlighted the country's focus on job creation through advancing the economic and commercial diplomacy, especially in technology, agriculture, manufacturing, and tourism, which comes as a result of Kenya's active membership in the East Africa Community, COMESA, and the Africa Free Trade Relation.
We will leverage our strategic position as a regional hub to advance economic and commercial diplomacy, focusing on key sectors such as technology, agriculture, manufacturing, and tourism, aimed at creating job opportunities and drive sustainable development for all Kenyans.
Mentioning just but a few diplomatic gestures, Mudavadi stated that Kenya remains a champion of African affairs and that it's committed to Africa Union's Agenda 2063 and collective security solution, emphasizing the impeccable record Kenya holds in humanitarian support.
Kenya has maintained its impeccable record in humanitarian support, including refugee welfare, peace, and security initiatives regionally and globally.
While expressing his support for Raila Odinga, the African Union chairmanship contender, Musalia Mudavadi praised his strong pan-African credentials, citing confidence that Odinga will effectively champion the continent's unity, peace, and shared development goals.
We have no doubt that his pan-African credentials and leadership experience will immensely contribute to the continent's shared prosperity and champion the causes of peace, unity, and development across Africa and beyond.
As the country celebrates its achievements, it reaffirms its dedication to fostering peace, promoting sustainable development, and strengthening partnerships that align with shared prosperity. Ochieng Cynthia, KUTV News.
Now that story by Ochieng Cynthia takes us to a very fast break on the broadcast tonight. Don't go far, we'll be back with more stories.
Katika maisha yetu ya leo, wakulima na jamii nyingi kwa ujumla wanakumbatia teknolojia mbalimbali na kilimo hai ili kuondoa magonjwa sugu na kuongeza usalama na utoshelevu wa chakula. Mbolea asili imepunguza asidi kwenye udongo na kuongeza mavuno chungu nzima. Wajua tuko shambani, na humu shambani pia kuna ng'ombe, kuna kuku, na wanaacha uchafu wao, na huo uchafu si wa kutupwa, ni wa kutumika katika kilimo kama mbolea, kwa sababu mimea hii imekuwa kutumia mbolea ya hawa wanyama. Wakulima mbalimbali wamekumbatia teknolojia ili kuokoa gharama ya ukulima na kutumia nafasi zilizopo katika mashamba yao.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mokwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
they find it quite strange talking to you.
We should just make schools integrated,
inclusive setups,
by providing the right facilities.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Anyango, Sylvia.
Welcome back. Remember to keep engaging with us on X at KUTV_Kenya at Anyango Sylvia KE. As the country continues to grapple with the crisis of rising cases of femicide, the importance of public awareness in combating the social issue has been emphasized. This was during the Africa Gender Equality Moot Court competition organized at Kenyatta University Parkland campus. The competition brought together law students from various African countries. During one of the workshop sessions, the need to ensure the inclusion of the boy child was also emphasized.
Together, we wanted to put a compulsory duty on government to conduct civic education so that Kenyans get to know their constitutional rights, Kenyans get to know the law. And we were to put it on as a duty on the state. But so far, I think it hasn't been done. So there is no obligation on the state to conduct civic education. We leave it to private actors, NGOs, to do a bit here and there, subject to what resources they have. But first and foremost, we have to take the law to the people to understand.
As the world celebrates AIDS at 40 in Kenya, Busia County is among counties still struggling with high rates of new HIV infections among youths and adolescents, which stands at 43%, higher than the national rate of 41%.
As the world continues celebrating AIDS at 40, about 1.4 million people in Kenya are suffering from HIV and AIDS, women being the most affected one more than men. As the world commemorates this day, according to the World Health Organization, 1.3 million new infections were reported in 2023, far exceeding the 2025 target of fewer than 370,000. In Busia County, being the lead county in Kenya with many infected people, AIDS and sexually transmitted infections, Coordinator Constance Were stated the lack of information and fear by youths to go for testing is the main contributor to the new infection, which jeopardized the efforts by the county to mitigate the spread of AIDS by 2030. Were noted that the county has made a significant effort to reduce mother-to-child infection from 12% last year to 11%, which she attributes to the effort by young mothers to know their status and regularly visit the medical facilities.
Talking about our children, the young girls and boys, they are getting infected. Do they know what HIV is? Have we penetrated the community? Na tujue ya kwamba kweli kila mtu anaelewa mambo na HIV? Do their parents know that we are struggling with triple threat? That is a question that we need to be asking ourselves. Inatakana tuende mpaka huko vijijini, tutafute wamama na wababa, tuwaelezee mambo kuhusu HIV, tuwaambie shida zetu za health, because it's like we talk to ourselves.
Her sentiment was echoed by Busia County Commissioner Chaunga Mochaunga, who challenged the youths in the county to tread carefully and shun immoral practices, which has led to high rates of STIs infection and teenage pregnancy in the county.
Kwa Busia County, vijana maambukizi inakwenda juu. Kwa hivyo tunataka kuambia vijana wetu kama mchukue hatua za tahadhari ili tusiweze kuambukizana magonjwa ya HIV kama vile inavyoonekana sasa kwamba trend inaenda juu. Na sote tuna jukumu la kuhakikisha kwamba tunajichunga na tunachunga wale ambao tunaishi na wao pamoja na wale ambao tunawatu.
However, County Chief Officer Dr. Wilberforce Lusamba has warned parents against encouraging school girls to have family planning. Instead, he urged them to have counseling and have close monitoring.
A practice that is going on, utakuta watoto wa miaka 14, 15, miaka 16 wanapewa a lot of family planning. Juzi nimeona area moja watoto zaidi ya 500 ambao hawajafika miaka 18 wamepewa family planning. Sasa family planning itakuzuia wewe kukosa kupata mimba, lakini haitakuzuia kupata ukimwi. So we need also to look at that area when you want to encourage hii family planning. What do we do to ensure that we don't transmit? Because sasa yule mtoto ni mdogo, haelewi, yeye atajua sasa mimi niko sawa, anajiachilia. Wakati anajiachilia ukimwi.
Rukia Hussein, KUTV.
We are taking yet another short break. We'll be back with sports.
Katika maisha yetu ya leo, wakulima na jamii nyingi kwa ujumla wanakumbatia teknolojia mbalimbali na kilimo hai ili kuondoa magonjwa sugu na kuongeza usalama na utoshelevu wa chakula. Mbolea asili imepunguza asidi kwenye udongo na kuongeza mavuno chungu nzima. Wajua tuko shambani, na humu shambani pia kuna ng'ombe, kuna kuku, na wanaacha uchafu wao. Na huo uchafu si wa kutupwa, ni wa kutumika katika kilimo kama mbolea. Kwa sababu mimea hii imekuwa kutumia mbolea ya hawa wanyama. Wakulima mbalimbali wamekumbatia teknolojia ili kuokoa gharama ya ukulima na kutumia nafasi zilizopo katika mashamba yao.
Ni mwokaji wa keki na mwalimu kwa zaidi ya miaka 10. Keki yake ya kwanza aliyojiokea wakati wa kuhitimu kwake ilimbadilishia maisha.
2012 that was wakati wa graduation yangu, so sikuwa na pesa ya kutosha ya kununua keki, so nikaamua mbona nisijaribu kubake keki yangu mimi mwenyewe. So nikabake na nikadecorate na watu wakafurahia.
Na hapo ndipo safari yake ya kujipatia kipato ikaanza. Ungana nami Caroline Kimwele msimu huu wa Krismasi ujifunze zaidi katika kipindi cha Mwanamke Mwake Mwake.
Welcome back, and in sports tonight, Intansh Taka and Hazel Kuria have emerged as the overall winners of the inaugural NCBA Western Junior Open held at the Kisii Sports Club. Taka triumphed in the boys category with a total score of 228, showcasing resilience despite challenging weather. Hazel Kuria excellent in the girls category, finishing with consistent scores across 3 rounds. Other notable performances included Justin Guerra, who claimed second place overall and topped the boys 13 years category, and Felix Cheriot, who won the boys 19 to 21 years prize. The event attracted 49 junior golfers who braved Kisii's wet conditions for an impressive competition.
The greens are softer, slower, so it was a lovely experience. Kisii Golf Club kept this course in great condition for the weather. Yeah, it was really fun. Learned a lot.
I had a few challenges here and there on a few holes, but I just tried to focus on keeping my head down, not letting other things affect my game, not worrying about obstacles or different things going on, and just trying to do what I've been training to do. I would say keep on working at it, keep on grinding it out. It'll come eventually.
Now that is it from us tonight. Thank you so much for choosing KUTV and for staying with us this far. On behalf of the production, the men and women in charge of this production, led by my producer Edward Nyamu and director Brenda Wanjiru, thank you. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Samuel Kelo, and I'm Anyango Sylvia. Have a good night.